Yeah, they're not talking to each other. I think you're quite right. Let's talk prices just briefly in the short time we've got. Sydney prices up 1.8% in the month, biggest gain since September 2021, up 4.8% from January's low, the equivalent of a near $50,000 increase in the median dwelling value. Brisbane and Perth up also, almost all everywhere around the country.
Yes.
How do we explain this when you've got interest rates going through the roof and people struggling to pay mortgages, but the prices keep going up?
Yeah, I think this next interest rate change, which I do think is inevitable, will probably slow that down a bit, Steve. I think what happened in the last boom, we went just a little bit too far. We went way further. People were overzealous in their bidding and property prices went for a lot higher, and more real estate agents were actually charged by the Department of Fair Trading when they were talking about underpricing properties, and people were turning up auctions and throwing money at an auctioneer until there was no money left. What happened then was when that change occurred, that crash came very, very quickly, but it only really came back to where it should have been to start with. And I think that's why we're seeing that slight growth in the market, but I do expect it to flatten out if interest rates move up again. I'm seeing very, very different views around the country from different offices across Australasia about their marketplaces. They're all in a very different place at the moment at exactly the same time, Steve.
Look, as you know, I live about 90 minutes outside of Melbourne. Anecdotally, just from where I am, there's a hell of a lot more for sale boards up in my area, Charles, and not many sold stickers attached to them, I've got to say.
And that's what I meant by different places. You go to Perth market, they're short of stock. You go to Adelaide, they're short of stock. You talk to agents in Brisbane, short of stock. The clearance rate at auctions is 20 points plus higher than it was this time last year, but the amount of properties going to auction is significantly lower. So it's there, and I can assure you in some areas across Australia, stock is still needed, but a lot of people are scared to do anything because where do they go? They've got to start again. They're worried about the interest rates increasing again. Do I just sit and wait? And I think that's probably what the order of the day is going to be over the next 6 to 12 months.
I must get you back on in the next couple of weeks because I want to talk to you about, in particular, Victoria and land tax, which is just killing a lot of people who might be buying or wanting to buy an investment property. Charles Tarbey, you always speak so much sense. Thank you very much for talking to us, mate. That's Charles Tarbey, Executive Director of Century 21.